What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo. We're back with some more Punishing Gray Raven, and today we are going to be pulling for Bianca's weapon, and we're going to be talking about Bianca, who is absolutely amazing, a total doll. And these are the memories that we're going to be using. Now, these are going to be the optimal memories. You're definitely going to want your highs and memories, and you're going to want them in the top 3 slots, and then one on the bottom along with Frederick. Now, you could run the Condolina if you really want, but Condolina isn't going to jump up all of your damage. And because of Frederick procs by dodging, for each dodge that we do, our movement speed is going to be increasing and our extra damage is actually going to be increasing. This can actually stack up to 3 times. So when you do 3 dodges, you're going to get an extra 15% damage, which is massive. And that dodge really synergizes with Bianca's core passive. That's a really big reason why the Frederick set is actually better. This resonance is for alpha. This is alpha's actually Frederick set here. It's not for Bianca. So it's just going to be, fully overclocked Heisen set with a fully overclocked Frederick set for her. And we're actually just going to be running the 4-star weapon. Now, this weapon is pretty much trash for her because all it does is give her physical damage increased by 15%. Physical damage on a character that's 80% lightning is trash. This weapon is total crap, and that's why we're actually going to be pulling for her other weapon. Now, if you're free to play, you should not pull for her weapon. Absolutely not. For 1, it's not guaranteed. For 2, if you're only going to be getting so many black cards as a free to play player, and that's only going to allow you to get every S rank available in the game during those banners. If you save your black cards, if you start pulling for weapons, you're going to be using all your black cards, and that might cost you an S-rank character in the future. So if you do decide to pull for her weapon, think about the future characters that are going to be coming into this game and as to whether or not you should pull for it. And again, it is not 100% guaranteed. Now, Bianca, in her skills, she has a pretty awesome setup. Now, in simple terms, when it comes to Bianca, all you got to do is hit a 3 red ping and 1 single blue, or go into Matrix, 1 red ping and a blue, and you're going to enter her core passive. And that's really how you want to play the character. This really isn't a guide, but that is pretty much essentially what you want to do with this character. Her red orbs do stand still to pull bow and charge, then shoots a long-range energy arrow in front and deals a certain percentage of damage. And this is maxed out because it's level 18. And then, unless you have some resonance, then maybe you might add some orb damage to it. But physical damage based on the number of orbs ping deals lightning damage instead on a 3 ping. So obviously, if you're hitting a 3 ping orb, you're going to do lightning damage. If you go into your matrix and hit a 1 ping red orb, you're still going to be doing lightning damage because it counts as a 3 ping. Then you got the yellow orbs, which is the worst orbs of them all. This is the ones you really want to try to avoid. I mean, you're going to use them. Obviously, you got to manage your orbs when you're playing. You're going to want to use them. But, I mean, it's always about the red and blue. It's always about the red and blue. But the yellow one does flash hops to the sky and shoots a charged arrow at the target. The arrow explodes on hit and deals a certain percentage physical damage based on the number of orbs ping. And then the explosion will create a zone of lightning, and that is pretty beneficial. That reduces the movement speed of targets in the zone by a certain percentage and deals a certain amount of lightning damage per second. So you got like a lasting dot effect whenever you do it. So it's a useful skill, but it's not really, you don't really want to focus on it when you're using her. And then we get to the blue one. This is the money maker. This one in the red detonates the energy in the arrow tip and knocks back nearby targets, dealing a certain percentage of physical damage based on number of orbs ping, gains electro charge for 8 seconds, causes Veritos' basic attack to shoot 1 extra lightning arrow that deals a certain amount of lightning damage, red orbs, and core passive to shoot 2 extra lightning arrows that deal lightning damage each. And then you get into her basic attack, which quickly shoots 7 arrows at target, dealing physical damage in total. So whenever you're facing against the laser zone and war zone, whenever you're facing against Vastigo and Pain Cage, basic attacks are what you're trying to avoid. It's always going to be about the red and the blue, always about the red and the blue. And then her signature move actually does do a good amount of damage. It's got a decent amount of AoE. It's not bad at all. Actually, this thing can actually clear out a wave on its own. It actually can clear out a wave in Warzone all on its own. It's pretty powerful. I haven't leveled up her QTE because I don't use, when I play Bianca, at least so far right now, I keep her in there the whole time. She's my main damage dealer. I don't switch her at all, at least in Warzone, which I'll be showing you today. So I haven't leveled up her QT at all. It's just not going to be useful the way that I'm going to be playing her. And then, your extra bonus damage increased by 20%. And this is the moneymaker here, the core passive, right? And this is pretty much just going to tell you everything that I just said about the red ping and the blue ping. And look at that damage number, right? 500% lightning damage, right? That is nuts. Oh, and this is where the dodging actually also comes in handy with the Frederick set and why it synergizes with the Frederick. Every time you dodge, you're going to increase your damage using the Frederick. But also when you dodge and you're in your sniping mode, whenever you do a 3 red ping into a blue or a 1 red ping into the matrix in a blue, and you dodge, you actually will lower the charge time of the next basic attack. It's going to allow her to be faster, and you're going to be increasing your damage if you have the Frederick set on her. And Veritas will not gain single orbs through basic attacks during sniping mode. So whenever you're in your sniping mode, you're not going to be gaining orbs, but sniping mode is where it's all at, my friends. That is where you're absolutely going to be destroying. Now, let me talk about her weapon a little bit. So again, we mentioned that, you know, the physical damage is just terrible because she is 80% lightning, okay? Elemental characters, you want more elemental damage. And when it comes to her weapon, we'll jump in here and I'll show you guys something. This is a reason why her 6-star weapon is actually very valuable, especially for her, because this baby gives you a solid increase of lightning damage by 15%. And in Warzone and against Bastigo and Pancake, that's going to be massive. And also in the upcoming Babel, where there's going to be a lightning damage increase, this is massive. This is really, really going to help your damage. The difference between having this 6-star weapon versus having the 5-star weapon when you have a leveled up Bianca is around 30,000 plus points. Yeah, it makes a big difference. Now, as I said earlier, if you're free to play, don't go for this. Don't save your black cards all for your S rank characters unless you plan on skipping an S rank character in the future. Then maybe you could go for this bow right here because it will make a big difference on her. But remember, when you do pull in this banner, it is not 100% guaranteed. That's the downfall to it. And on top of this increased lightning damage increased by 15%, when dealing lightning damage caused by skills to the same target 5 times, calls down a lightning strike that deals 150% lightning damage. That is nuts. So when you're in sniping mode and you got that lightning strike that comes down on top of the 500% damage increase on your snipe mode, your core passive, the damage is going to be, I mean, they're just going to be poof, right? She's just going to destroy them, absolutely murder their butts. So we're going to go ahead and try to get this weapon. You only have an 80% chance of getting this thing whenever you do go to the pity, which is 30 attempts. And right now I've already done 10 attempts prior to this banner. So I just need to do 20 attempts, which is 5,000 black cards. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's do it. And I'm praying that I get this thing, because if I don't, it's going to be pretty annoying. When I did this for Sakura, for Alpha, I did get it. I got very lucky. I will take that. I actually didn't have her 5-star weapon, so I'm actually pretty happy about that. That's pretty cool. Ayla gonna get a little love. All right, cool, cool, cool. 4-star weapons. Be nice to get something else. My alarm's going off on my phone. Yeah. Nothing here. Ah, man. Well, here we go. I mean, we did get this weapon, which is pretty good for Ayla, but not what we wanted. So 10 more attempts. We're going to reach that 30 attempts. If I don't get it, just going to be screwed, and it's really going to suck. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So I got her 5-star weapon. Okay. I mean, but it's not what you want. I got her 5-star weapon again. I'm getting very worried. I'm getting very worried. Yes! Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Guys, I was flipping out. I was getting very, very worried. Felt like I was getting teased just now. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Because this is not 100% guaranteed, man. I cannot stress that enough. Oh my God. Actually, pretty insane pulls. Man, I can use these for resonance here, but for another 5-star weapon, which is actually really good. But I'm so happy I got that 6-star bow. That is, so that's going to bump up her damage quite a bit. Now let's jump into Warzone. So happy, man. Oh my God, that's so awesome. So in Warzone, You know, I'm ranked number 2. That doesn't really matter. Actually, I could do better than that, to be honest with you guys. But in Laser Alloy, this is where Bianca's really going to shine when it comes to Warzone. You see the score that I was able to get with that character, and that is with, you know, 4700 BP, non-resonated memories, and a 4-star level 1 weapon. As far as what the team composition, what I've done here, I'm not really sure if this is going to be the best team or even the best way to play her. I just recently got her, so I'm just kind of experimenting. But I think this is probably the team that I'm going to stick with when it comes to Warzone. Although I might try using a Lucia because she is lightning also. She's part lightning, so she might be beneficial. But the thing about having Karenina on the team is Karenina has a really good QTE. And that is very, very important, especially having this ice in the set, which is going to decrease the elemental resistance by 15% for 8 seconds on 10-second cooldown whenever you use her QTE. And plus, Karenina just brings the mobs together when she does her QTE. That is a big reason why she's so good to have on the team, even though she isn't lightning based. And then, of course, you really want to have A-Liv. And A-Liv, I just got a bunch of debuff memories on her. These aren't leveled up at all. You know, we got the Glorious to attacks reduce the elemental targets of all elemental resistance, right? And then we have the Samantha, where when you apply a heal, you'll get an increase of heal, but you also increase the target's elemental damage by 8%. And then, of course, the Guinevere here, 2-piece Guinevere, that heals for more, will also increase the elemental damage and resistance of the healing target by 10%. So all of these are just debuffs for an elemental character on a healing character like A-Liv. And plus, A-Liv is a lightning-based character, so they just got a lot of good synergy with her and Bianca on the team. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I just thought I'd show you all the builds on these characters. And you'll also notice I'm using Bianca's leadership. The reason I'm using her leadership is my face is actually in the way, but it increases your lightning damage increased by 10%, and attack of attacker constructs increases by 5%. So you're getting a solid 5% increase to your attack and an increase to your lightning damage. And in Warzone against Laser Alloy or really against Vasco, I think that's going to be the best way to go. I'm going to have to experiment with it a little bit. I mean, you could use other leaderships, but I think for this is the best. And I was definitely able to get the most points in here. A little tip though, if you do use a different character, and if you do start off Warzone with a different character and you just switch to Bianca, all you gotta do is hit your blue orb and you'll go straight into sniper mode. So that is something to keep in mind. So the way that I'm doing it is I'm going to have to dodge, hit a red ping, and then go into a blue, and then go into sniper mode, and then just start devastating. But I was really proud of this score, considering the amount of BP that I have, considering that their memories are not resonated, considering that I'm using a physical damage increase 4-star weapon that's just at level 1. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with that run, and then I'll probably do another video with her new weapon to see what the real difference is, at least with my build. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.
いい戦いでしたね。